Hey guys, it's HarleyWood. Welcome back. All right, before we get into the comparison of these two lights, real quick, there's still a few days left on my giveaway. I have a huge Olight giveaway going on right now. In fact, I have two giveaways. I also have a giveaways from Gator going on right now. I'll put a card up here on the screen to the Gators giveaway, and in fact, I'll just link to both of them down in the description below. Make sure you enter in those. Olight flash sale is still going on, and as you guys know, every time there's a flash sale, they send me a bunch of product, and I turn around and do a big giveaway for you guys. So two of the cool things in this giveaway is the new lantern, the O-Lantern Mini that we have kind of providing some ambiance here, and then the Warrior Mini 3. Now the Warrior Mini 2 was really popular, still is. It had a couple areas of improvement that this actually addressed. Got about 15 minutes of daylight left out here, but let's go ahead and get into some of the specs. Okay, so the black one here is the Warrior Mini 2. The green one that I have here, I guess that's on your right maybe, is the Warrior Mini 3. First thing is the form factor. You can see the previous version is about probably 3/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch taller, longer than the new Warrior Mini 3. Now, the other nice thing that they addressed in this is some of the feedback that I gave is look how low the clip is on the Warrior Mini 2. That meant if you put it down in your pocket like this, all of this head here was sticking out the top. Warrior Mini 3 has a significantly smaller head on it, which means that clip is up higher and allows this to sit deeper in the pocket. So look at the head size difference on these two. Both of them have a very similar clip. The one on the Warrior Mini 3 is actually quite a bit longer. So let me bottom them out together there. You can see the clip on the Warrior Mini 3 is taller. On the Warrior Mini 2, you could switch it around and you could clip it from the bottom like this. You cannot do that on the Warrior Mini 3. There's no spot on the bottom there to actually affix that clip. The Warrior Mini 2 had a rubberized barrel button with that battery indicator LED in the middle there. Over time, that rubber would wear down, all right? It'd start to kind of turn white on you. Now the button on the Warrior Mini 3 is actually metal now. It still has the battery status indicator. Both of the clips on these are in a fixed position. So on earlier Olights, the clip would rotate around. And in fact, if you took this and affixed it on the bottom like I showed you earlier, you can see that it would rotate around. The beauty of this design is that the button is always directly opposite the clip because the clips are fixed. I can't tell you how many times on old versions where that clip spun around, you'd pull this thing out of your pocket in the dark and you do this trying to find the button on it. So I really like that they've gone with a fixed clip that is directly opposite the button. All right, now you guys are gonna like this. While we're on the topic of buttons, they have redesigned the button on the Warrior Mini 3, all right? So I'll go ahead and give you a visual of both of them right there. Both of them are still magnetically chargeable with that proprietary magnetic tail cap, charging cap. One of the big complaints on this old style button, people who work in metal shops, things like that, where there's metal shavings, if you're sharpening a knife, anything like that, it can easily stick to the top of this and actually get down inside the grooves right there. You see the wife going back there? It can actually get stuck down in the grooves down there, all right? On the new one, let me put them up side by side. So old one, new one. They have actually flattened this. That is not an area where stuff can get down inside of. It just looks like a rubberized grommet to separate the two metallic surfaces for the charger. And this thing is very smooth now. So on their website, they show a picture of one of these with a bunch of metal shavings on it. And the guy basically, whoops, I turned it on. But the guy basically just swipes his finger over it and all of the metal shavings fall off the other side. So they're listening to the feedback, guys. You gotta give them credit. They listen to what you guys say. All right, both the old one and the new one are powered by big 18650 batteries. They are both 1,750 lumens. The old one though is 12,300 candela. The new one is 14,400 candela, so over 2,000 more candela on the new version. All right, you're probably not gonna see much difference on these, but let's do our nighttime comparison footage. All right, up first, the predecessor, the Warrior Mini 2, all right? For frame of reference, if it's your first time watching my channel, that barn building that you see back there is 61 yards from where I'm standing, and it's 14 feet tall at the peak, so it kind of gives you an idea of the size of the hotspot on this thing. If you look way back in the dark spot, right back there, let me zoom in on it, you can see kind of a white speck in the woods back there. That is a steel target at 101 yards, all right? And I can pretty easily see that with this. Again, this is 12,300 candela, 1750 lumens. let's go ahead and move that off to the side and bring in the new Warrior Mini 3. Same lumen level, 2,100 candela more, so 14,400 candela. All right, let's move that off to the side, bring the 2 back in. So this is the 2 on the right, this is the 3 on the left. Looks like a little bit cooler beam temperature on the new 3, all right? And the hot spot on the 3, this is where the extra candela comes in, is a little bit tighter, all right? Here's the hot spot size on the 2. Hot spot size on the 3 is just a little bit smaller. So it's gonna have a little bit more throw on it. It's a little more focused. Now, both are getting hot in my hand. The 2 is still comfortable to hold. The 3, I'm probably gonna have to adjust here in a second. That is kind of the downside of the smaller head on these new lights, guys, is there's less surface area to dissipate that heat. All right, the 3 is getting really, really hot. So, oh, there goes a cat. Now on the older Warrior Mini 2, you see that little notch in the top of the glass right there? All right, that's a proximity sensor, okay? These lights that put out this much power do have a tendency to get quite hot. And in fact, this one does it well. All right, that's a proximity sensor. Let's say this is in your backpack and it happens to turn on for some reason. If there's something in close proximity to it, it will auto dim it down from turbo to prevent this thing from overheating and burning something, all right? So look, there I am on turbo. If I move it closer to the table, boom, you can see it. Now it goes back up. Look at that, it auto steps down based on the proximity to another surface. Unfortunately, the Warrior Mini 3 does not have that, all right? So it does not dim down. And this joker does get hot, all right? So just worth noting. All right, now I'm gonna put a link down in the description below if you wanna get one of these. Full disclosure, it's an affiliate link, all right? So if you click through, you happen to make a purchase, I get 10% of whatever you purchase. So you spend 100 bucks, Olight sends me $10. That's just less money they get to keep and it comes to me instead. So if you appreciate the giveaways, everything I do, the nighttime comparison footage, I'd appreciate using that link. Oh, and join my newsletter, all right? I've done 3 giveaways this week, and a lot of guys see the award video, like where I pick the winner, and they're like, damn it, I didn't even know you had one live. And my response to them is always, well, you would have if you were in my newsletter. I don't spam you. I just let you know when a giveaway goes live. Lots more content to come, and I'll see you in the next one.